What if I told you that the biggest problem haunting our country, Pakistan, is not unemployment, it's not inflation, but it's actually education? Because education has the purpose of building minds, whereas in our country, it serves the purpose of breaking dreams. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the reasons why our education system has hit rock bottom and what are the steps we can take. Is the damage beyond recovery or is it reversible? So don't skip this video and watch till the end because you and your loved one's future depends on it. Problem number one is outdated books and curricula. We are still teaching our students theories which have no longer any practical application. The world has moved on to artificial intelligence, data science, business innovative ideas, communication techniques, whereas we are still stuck with the books that have been outdated many years ago. They have no relevance absolutely with the modern curriculums which are being taught all over the world. And that is the one of the reasons why our students pass the test, they pass the exams, but they fail in real life. Why? Because we are building them to actually just go through the system to get the degrees. But we actually don't care about the future, that what are they going to achieve once they have left our institute and they have graduated. Problem number two is the teaching system that is so much prevalent in our schools, our colleges, our universities, our annual exams. From top to bottom, it is eating out our education, progress, and meritocracy. The talented and bright students are feeling ignored. They're getting demotivated. We hear this cliche all the time that you have to pass by hook or by crook. It is actually, what we are implementing. That we are saying that, okay, we are fine the students, going through the crook method or using illegal methods, to go through something that something we should not be allowed, but we are letting it happen. Okay, so a country which normalizes cheating can never progress. It will always fall behind in the rat race. So we need to get rid of this cheating system. Problem number three is the lack of funding. If we are not going to spend money on our education, we are going to fall behind. There is lack of infrastructure, poor furnitures in school, colleges, and universities, lack of funding. There are lack of proper digital media tools, computer labs, top-notch labs and facilities. Teachers are, being forced to survive rather than aspire. Students are forced to struggle rather than to grow. So that is one of the reasons why we are being pushed back in our education, because we are not spending enough like the top-notch developed countries in the world are spending on their education. Problem number four is that we are killing our future ourselves. You've heard of the term brain drain. Many talented students, smart brains, intellectuals, intelligent boys and girls are migrating to other countries. Why? Because they don't see a future for themselves and their loved ones here. And can you blame them? No, absolutely not. We are losing so many talented doctors, engineers, scientists. Why? Because we cannot provide a secure future for them in here. So the problem is not loss of money. It is the loss of potential. And if you're not gonna think about it in time, this brain drain issue is gonna keep on increasing in the upcoming times. So now that I've mentioned four of the top main reasons why our education system, has fallen down the pecking order, there's also hope. All we need to do is to make amends, before it's too late. We need to put in some rectifying steps, some remedial techniques. First of all, we need to get rid of this outdated curricula. Stop teaching children the textbooks that have no longer any relevance. Stop with all those theories that don't hold any practical application in the modern times. Teach students artificial intelligence, data science, business communication skills, business entrepreneurship skills, how to be creative, how to be innovative, rather than just this rota system and this memorizing paragraphs and materials and course contents, and then just getting a degree and some CGPA and A+ grade, so that they can waive a degree on their convocation and make them, their parents and their teachers, feel proud when they're gonna move on in their future life, and they're gonna not gonna see any practical relevance of those degrees. They're just gonna be lying in their homes, and they're gonna be sitting in their homes useless and helpless and feeling depressed and questioning and having second thoughts about why did they spend so much of their time and energy investing on such a degree that has not been creating any future for them. Then we need to get rid of this cheating system. We need to implement and get in place strong, anti-teaching steps, and, take some actions, so that we can eradicate this system once and for all. Then we need to spend proper money and give proper funding to our education. We need to build better schools, colleges, and universities, both at public and private level. We need to spend money on their infrastructure, their labs, their digital literacy tools. We need to make sure our teachers are not underpaid, they are paid sufficiently enough, so that they can come to work motivated and full of energy, and transfer their enthusiasm and passion over to their students. And then most importantly, we need to get rid of this brain drain system. We need to provide proper jobs for our talented students who graduate, from these universities with high CGPAs and grades. We need to provide them proper jobs and business opportunities here. We need to get some proper counselors, in our education institutes, who can sit with the students and can figure out that where does that student have a potential, which is the field of interest of that student, rather than forcing every boy and girl to become a doctor or an engineer or a teacher or a scientist. We can identify, the new fields which are prevalent in the modern world of education, and we can identify that which student has a scope in which field, and then target counsel them accordingly, so that they can build a better future for themselves and their loved ones. So these are the steps, my friends, that we need to take. And if you watch this video, don't forget to let me know your opinion in the comment section. Also like, share, and subscribe my channel, and press the bell icon so that you can keep on watching these videos which are being uploaded on this channel on a regular basis. I'll see you the next time. Peace out.